Right, so let's get some belts. And we're going to leave the smeltery portion of our base. Now that should be enough space for eventually having like hundreds of electronic smelters, which actually we can now make. But we need plastic and crap, and that means going and dealing with oil and stuff, which we will get round to, but for now, let's get our basic setup going. I mean, I've already been rambling on for 20 minutes, so this is probably another episode already. So now we've done the kind of sitting around and building stuff, we can actually do the placing down and getting on with it thing. Right, we now have 12 assembly machines. This will be plenty to do what I need to do. We are going to need some splitters. Eventually we will upgrade to red, the red belts as well, because it is so much faster. But for now, we'll stick with this. So I'm going to start the factory kind of like here, so we have a little bit of a buffer from the smeltery, and then I'm going to put a splitter. We're going to put a splitter on both sides because we're basically going to mirror what we're about to do. Now this is a little bit of improv, so bear with me if this all goes tits up. Right, so basically what I'm going to do here is this is going to be our copper cable producing bit. Now this is like really important, so yeah. Now, how much of a gap should we leave? We are going to need like lots of space, but then I quite like making things compact and, you know, nice and efficient. So I'm going to leave a factory's width there. So 3 should be there. And then I'm going to just kind of like put a gap between each one and have 4 of them. That actually fits quite well because we go right up to our turret defense system, which may or may not be a good thing. Now, I have already spotted the first problem with this is I haven't left myself a lot of room for splitting. Now, obviously, copper cables only require copper plates. That's why they are here in the system. Let's just copy that across. If you don't know how to do that, by the way, copy paste feature. Thank you, brain. Copy paste feature in Factorio is shift right mouse button. Yep, right mouse button. So shift right mouse button. You just hover over the thing. You click it, and then you left click to paste, and then that like transfers the settings you have across, which is really useful, especially if you've got like a bajillion inserters all doing the same thing and you can't be asked to just go into their inventories and set it. Right, so at the beginning of each of these factories I'm going to want a splitter, so I'm going to want a mighty lot of them. What I will do while they are making is just pretend we have all the splitters and put down where I'm assuming those belts are going to need to go, so something kind of like this. Although that doesn't need a splitter, actually, because that's the last one. Everything will end up here if it doesn't go anywhere else. Now, let's use some fast inserters, because we're going to need them. Fast inserter in, fast inserter in, fast inserter in, fast inserter in. Make me more fast inserters, I'm going to need them. And have we got that splitter yet? Probably not, because I made 5 of them, so it's going to make enough for 5 of everything first. There we go, that works fine. So now we are splitting everything. Obviously, this one factory at the end is only going to get like a 1/4 of what the first one is, but that's okay. It should still get enough. We shouldn't limit it in any way. Now, I want to make the exactly same thing down here, but obviously this time I want to do it with gears instead of copper. So let's get our 3 wide gap, keep everything nice and lined up. Is it there? No, it's one further down. There. Cool. Sometimes I really get the perspective messed up in this game. So we want our splitter, our factory with a gap, and splitter at the beginning of each one. There we go. And then we'll come in, split off. I don't need that one. What am I doing? And split off into the middle. Ba-ba-bam. There we go. Right. Now that should do the same thing. Looks like it's going to. Goody goody. Put that in like that. And then we'll just quickly set these to make gears, which are in this one. And copy, paste, paste, paste. Nice, done. Now all we need is like power to it because it's all blinking at me. Do we have enough steel to make some nice power poles? No, we don't. Right, let's go grab some steel and make some nice power poles and not some horrible looking power poles that don't have quite the reach that the little ones do. So we should have quite, yeah, we do have quite an amount in here. That's fine. And we'll also quickly restock on our conveyor belts. What am I doing? Just grab them out of the chest. La 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 la. There we go. Nice. And it's going to take ages for us to go over and like regain all of them. Can I grab any? Like, no, I can't. I haven't got a chest for that. I will eventually have a chest for that, so I can just run up and get gears and stuff. Eventually we'll use robots as well, so I can not even have to move and just request stuff, because that is obviously the best ever. Right, so power to this stuff. Power. Wow, we can make a lot of power pylons now. That's good. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't have these in my inventory. No, they're just being made very quickly. Good. So we're going to run power down the kind of middle. Oh, that's annoying. Right. Well, we'll do it down the kind of middle here. That's fine. We'll just make this look neat. Keep everything nice and aligned. There or there? Oh, I really don't know anymore. It's a 2-wide gap. Right, 2-wide gap and 2-wide gap. And that kind of actually fits pretty goddamn well. And we'll come off like this. It's all going to start. My frame rate seems to be dying on me a little bit. Not 100% sure why. Pop that there and that one up. There we go. Right. And I pull out and the frame rate becomes fine. That's weird. In close, starts to die. Out far, perfectly fine. Magical. Anyway, just ignore it. I'll just have to work from up here. Right, so now we need to take stuff out of the factories. Now I'm going to take things out. I'll just go for the middle. Why not? There we go. And there we go. And there we go. Now I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. Will one out be enough? Basically, one plate makes 2 copper cables, so if I have 2 inserters, they're both pulled out at exactly the same time, which means we'll end up with more copper cable quicker. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. It kind of does. So if I use 2, then actually that will be slightly more efficient. So we'll use 2. There we go. We've got 2. And now what I actually want to do is, instead of pulling these back down to the middle and having a load of stuff running along the middle, I actually want to pull them up to the top of the factories, and then we'll track them back down to the middle when we're needed. Basically what we're going to do is create like nodes of items along the top, and then we'll pull off of those nodes when we actually need the stuff. So belt going along here. I might comb it actually, just for efficiency's sake. That one's going to be, so it will be the middle one that actually does it. Right, and then we'll pull this along like this. And then we'll bring that one around and plop it on like that. And then we should end up with an equal amount of stuff on either side. Looks like we kind of do, except this one is obviously pulling it out for that other side. That's alright, that kind of works. It means the belt is entirely full of stuff. I will pull it over here. I kind of want to take out this gun. Let's move it further out. It's a lonesome gun now. And then bring it to like 1, 2, 3. Bring it around to there. Bring this across. Oh, it bugs me that that's not a straight line. It really does. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't look at it. Right, now we want some steel chests. 3 of them, preferably. And we're going to put all 3, like so, directly in front of the machines. We're going to grab some light bulbs. Just quickly plonk those down so we can see. Nice. And then we are going to get some more fast inserters, because I've ran out again. I've actually ran out of plates entirely. That's fine, because there's a huge plate factory just over here, which I can grab plates from. Nice, there we go. And then I can make a load more of these. Oh god, I can't wait until these are just done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to block these steel chests off to only give them 4 slots, which to be honest means I should really use like wooden chests, but I think they've got slightly more health, so that's a good thing. If we get attacked, they'll last a bit longer before all of their inventories are destroyed. We are also being attacked. Down at the factory. Like, completely bypassed this entire part. Are they going for the... I think they might have gone for the power. But by the looks of it, I can't see any corpses. Oh no, there they are. That's alright, all the little squiddy things are dead. Good. What? You've got a lot of ammo in you. You're like 1 gun on your own, though. Is that a wise idea? I don't think that's a wise idea. I think we should have at least another one. At least one more gun like here, and that should just about block this off. You know, really I should actually have like walls, maybe. That would help. But no, we'll just stick with guns for now. More the merrier. Oh. There we go. Cool. Right, and ammo. Half of my pistol ammo, because screw it, I'm never actually going to use my pistol. Why would I even want a pistol? I've got a machine gun. I suppose if the ammo runs out, but still, I don't want it. It's fine. Okay, so. It's amazing. My computer was clearly just having a fart earlier. Good, so we are now collecting our copper cable. We are also holding up this system in some way, which is bugging me a little bit. Why are we holding it up? Because it's all being put on that one side, and I really need it on the other side of the belt. Can I do it like that? Oh, that fixes it. I'm a genius. There we go. Right, that works. So that's all going... No, it's all going on the wrong side. It's all being put on the wrong side. I know how to fix this. I do this like that. Now I've got 2 on that side and 2 on that side. Right, that actually works. Cool. Now we're getting maximum efficiency over here with these 3. So now we actually want to make my node. My node is going to look like this. So we're going to have 3 here, 2 in, 1 out, and then a little spew like that. And what we'll then do is have smart inserters, which we do have, and they will be sat like this, and then they'll pull off of this node eventually when go like that. There we go. When something requests copper cables, because we're going to do a requester based system so that stuff is only made if it's needed, but we do have backups, which is what these chests did, in a node for actual items. Instead, I like doing it like this because you end up with a way more compact factory, and you only have to have the resources you need rather than just creating a load of shite for no reason. Although you do obviously end up with a load of shite for no reason, but you know, it wouldn't be Factorio if you didn't end up with a load of shite for no reason. So that's about it. Right, let's do our off for this side. Again, we have a gun kind of sat in the middle here, which is kind of in our way. That is our frontline defense to the aliens, though, so it might be a good idea to put it back down again. There we go, and there you go. Have a chunk of my pistol ammo again, because it's useless. We don't like pistol ammo. Right, transport belt. Sure, there's only 3 of them. I mean, we can try and get it on either side. Is it 1 for 1? I believe it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so we only have 1 pulling out. Cool. Right, so, again, we want to go this way. Take that down to there, take it down to there. Pull out like so. And is it going to produce enough for it to actually become a problem and have to do it on the other side of the belt? I think as we've done it up there, I might as well do it just so it looks kind of symmetrical. We'll go in like that and then bring that around like that. Take off that lot. There we go, and then it kind of does the same thing. Bring this over here. How much of a gap did we leave? Like 2 gap? Yeah, 1, 2, and then node like so. Grab our 3 chests. Someone is going to be like, why are you doing this? You don't need to do this. Because I can, and I wanna. It might not be the most efficient way of doing it, but it means that when I eventually do get like the flying drones as well, that I can create this into a proper node, and then I can just come and pick it up from here, which is one good thing about doing it this way. Although I don't tend to use the drones a lot because they seem a bit cheaty. I prefer to actually use the belts and get everything there that way. Right, so I need to lock off the spacing in here. There we go. And the spacing in here, and again we'll do it to there. So that should, I think it's 200 a stack of gears, so that'll be 400, 800 in each. That's a lot of gears. We won't run out of gears anytime soon. Yeah, it'll be fine. So that is our gears and our copper production done. So that's like part 1 ticked off. I'm pretty sure we'll have enough copper as well. That is really spewing it out at quite the pace. Now we will obviously have to watch out because we only have 3 inserters pulling copper out of that belt. So there might be, and we've got like, what's that, 8 putting it onto the belt. So we're limiting the speed of our copper going into our factory by these 3 inserters on that node. So we might have to make the node bigger if our draw on copper gets bigger than that. But we'll figure it out.